This is Ryan Abraham, USCFootball.com, looking back at my 3 keys to victory for USC and Nevada. Of course, the Trojans, right here at the Coliseum, won 66-14, really taking down the Wolfpack in impressive fashion. Were there any keys to victory with an opponent that was a 38-point underdog? Not really, but we wanted to look at some things that this team could build on for the future. So my first key was getting at least 5 sacks against Brendan Lewis. They got 5 sacks combined with a sack on the final play of the game. They did have 10 tackles for loss. I wanted to see that defensive front be very active, and I think they were, so I thought they did a good job there. Could have got a few sacks earlier on, but getting a big man touchdown, a sack, fumble, return for a touchdown, that's pretty good for the defensive line. My second key looking at this one was I wanted to see USC average 45 yards a punt. Just like last week, USC only had 2 punts. First one was pinning inside the 20-yard line, so it was a 38-yarder. Second one was a 47-yarder, but it wasn't a great-looking punt. So I think there's still some work to do for Eddie Teplitsky and the USC punt team. But they did okay, but I would like to see that improve a little bit. And I also wanted to see, for the third point, USC win the middle 8 of the game. That means the last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half. It was actually a 0-0 tie. USC didn't outscore Nevada by 14 during that middle 8. They had a chance. The Trojans had a chance. They had their only turnover of the game at the end of the first half, a bad snap that looked like might have been a false start, and ended up being a fumble that Nevada recovered. So USC could have scored touchdown there. They didn't get the ball to start the second half and didn't score within the first 4 minutes. They scored at like the 5-minute mark, and they scored at the 6-minute mark kind of going in. So I think if you look at the middle 16, USC outscored Nevada by 14, but the middle 8, nobody scored, and USC did have one opportunity that, again, they fumbled away. But overall, I think there's a lot of improvement you could see from week 0 to week 1 for USC, covering the spread, putting up 66 points. Miller Moss getting a lot of playing time coming in late in the third quarter. The defense playing a lot better, giving up a couple of big plays, and essentially that was it. So a lot of 3-and-outs, a lot of pressures, a lot of tackles for loss. I think that's what you want to see if you're a USC fan, with 2 out-of-conference games out of the way, and next week you got Stanford coming in, the first conference game. And Stanford looked pretty good in their game against Hawaii. But this is my recap of USC's 3 keys to victory against the Nevada Wolfpack. Stay tuned to USCFootball.com for lots more.